We were talking to someone the other day who was saying that every time they get a script, it's sort of like a mobster, someone in the witness protection program starting a car, wondering if they're going to get blown up.
Right.
Is it like that on Scandal? Do you worry that you're going to be killed as the scripts come in, or do you know sort of where you stand?
I don't know where I stand, and we could come to a table read, and I could discover that, in fact, I'm going to get killed in that episode. So we don't know, which makes it even more thrilling, because you're sort of going through the script, and you're not even allowed. I mean, I just accidentally started, because we were sort of vamping for time, waiting to do a table read, and I just started loosely vamping for time, looking through the script, and suddenly, oh no, Joe's watching, looking at the script. No, so we're not even allowed to do that.
Wow.
So, because what happens in the room when we have a table read is that no one knows what's going to happen next.
Right.
And everyone gets involved from an acting standpoint in what is going on. So it makes it very exciting. Lots of people pointing and shouting and screaming and hollering and being embarrassed by whatever they might be, or me sort of sitting back thinking, oh, that's interesting. In one table read, I think Carrie had a line that sounded just like Papa Pope, and I was sitting next to her, and she said, oh, sounding like my dad, and I said, yep. I mean, so it's a lot of fun, and it's very exciting for us. I think we probably respond to what's going on during a table read the way most audiences do when they watch the show.
Now, when you come to the point where you find out that you die, or that you're leaving the show for some reason via the script, when that moment comes, will it be about losing the job for you, the job is over, or will it be about letting go of that character?
Well, it'll probably be both. I mean, if it comes to pass that Shonda decides she wants to kill me off the show or get rid of me for whatever reasons, then it will be, as other cast members in the past have had to go through, yes, one, saying goodbye to Rowan, and saying goodbye to the job.
Yeah.
And all that will be, it will be sad, but it will have been worth it.
Is there anyone in politics that you model your character off of?
No one in particular in politics. I think probably the only model I have is my dad, in that he was a captain in the Army at a time when they were integrating the armed forces overseas, which meant that you had a black captain showing up on a mostly white Army post, sort of in charge. And I just remember the kinds of things he had to go through, the kinds of disciplines he imposed on me and my mom, and the kinds of things that he talked about. And I think somewhere in all of that is Rowan.
There's always a question for characters like that, and we see it with characters in Homeland. People who are always manipulating and jockeying for power, can they essentially love anything, or does love come after control and power?
Or it is the engine that drives control and power. If you are, well, in my case, with Rowan, I think that basically his conflict is trying to protect his daughter and protect the Republic at the same time, because obviously, especially if she's with Fitz, then that's a problem. But she comes first, and so the speech that he gave to her last week, where he says, "For the first time in your life, you're going to be on your own," is a big step backward for him. Huge step backward for him, just to sort of relinquish that kind of protectiveness.
Absolutely. I want to bring in Armani Lee, who has a question as well. Hey, Armani.
Hi.
Armani.
Armani is a big fan of yours, I've heard.
Yes. I've never seen her except for her picture on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My question is, if you could have more scenes with any character on Scandal, who would it be and why?
Well, that's hard. I suppose it would be interesting to have more scenes with the president. I mean, it's hard. I'm trying to flip through all the characters. I've had lots of scenes with Cyrus. I don't know that I could pick anyone in particular. Obviously, my closest relationship is with my daughter. So that has the most sort of energy and conflict and investment in it. In terms of the power structure of Washington, D.C., I suppose if I had more scenes with Tony Goldwyn, who plays Fitz, the President of the United States, that could be some very interesting stuff.
As her dad, who would you like to see her end up with?
What I did was, she actually had an opportunity to end up with Jake. At one point I said, "I want to invite him to dinner," and that was a real invitation. Come because you like him, and so you want him to be part of the family. And then he insults me at the dinner, and so because he pisses me off, he's off the list. I mean, I say to him, I said, I offered you my prized possession, and all you needed to do was show respect, and you couldn't do that.
And that's not a soap opera thing. That's what any dad would do, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out of here.
Yeah, if you're not going to show me any respect, leave my house.